I wish Mighty Mouse, I wish these guys would feel comfortable. I know that they go on Ariel Helwani's show, and who, again, I like Ariel, I like what he does, but I wish that they would be comfortable saying it here too. No, we're not going to cut you guys off. You're not going to be cut out, or the UFC is not going to interfere with you speaking your mind. You guys have to know that. The fighters have to know that.
They know us. Anybody that knows us.
But they might think that other people take stuff out. They don't know how it works.
That's when we point to the title. We say Unfiltered.
So,
just ignore me when I'm an asshole.
No, you're not an asshole. You're right, though. And Mighty Mouse said that they threatened to shut down the fucking division. I don't know if that's true. But look, he is a good guy. But this fight would have been promoted better than any fight he's ever had. And I think the last fight with Wilson Hayes was the lowest rated Fox event they've had. And I'm not shitting on Demetrious Johnson.
Is that true?
Yeah. I believe it was.
Yeah. Is that right, Chris, the producer?
It is correct.
And by how, do we know by how much?
It was like 1.175 million or something like that for the main event.
So now he's going to... Go ahead, Jimmy.
And this is not about shitting, because I like him a lot, and he's one of the greatest of all time. But maybe they don't promote him enough. They probably don't. But also, his personality is very calm and very quiet. So he doesn't do a lot that's going to invest people in watching. Because again, whether you like it or not, that is a part of the game, is people liking or hating you as a performer. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not saying you got to do anything different. As a fighter, he does everything he's supposed to do, and more. I mean, he does it better than anybody does it. But people just, for some reason, maybe because they like to watch big guys fight more. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Can I ask something, a very simple question?
And I will answer with wisdom.
What exactly is his problem with fighting TJ Dillashaw? Why does he think that's bad for his career?
I think...
my point is, it's not like he's getting out of the... There's somebody's coming down to his weight. He's not asking to fight up a weight class. They're just giving an opponent that... Like, he's saying it's hard to... Like, they're not promoting him properly. This is a fight that they could definitely promote because of who it is.
Yes.
I mean...
And TJ
he's wiping everybody out.
And TJ was about to have a title shot. It wasn't like TJ's out of nowhere. He was lined up with Cody Garbrandt.
He's a former champion.
Yes.
Didn't Frankie Edgar, Chris the producer, didn't he go down in weight? Am I right with this?
Yeah, he lost back-to-back fights at featherweight, and lightweight, excuse me. And then
he should just retire.
And then went down to featherweight and fought Aldo for the title. That was the first.
All right, and that's coming off, you just said back-to-back losses.
Right.
Wait, that was he lost 3 straight?
Yeah.
Frankie lost, wow.
Yeah, but it was to Benson Henderson.
Yeah,
and Jose Aldo.
And not for nothing, you can make a case on either one of those fights.
Right.
I love Benson too, and I could always be slightly biased with Frankie because I consider him a friend. But that doesn't change the fact that if you look at those fights, I'm not the only one saying where it's like, hey man, really? They could have easily went to Frankie. But
boy, did he really give it to Yair.
I can't get over that. I can't get over that.
That was vintage.
I love it.
Savage
I love it,
Frankie.
man. The new school, the old school. It's like, hey, man. It comes down to at the end of the day, it's a fight. It's a fucking fight, and Frankie Edgar is just a great fighter.
And that's a guy who knows so much. That's where all those hours in the octagon come in, because he's seen guys that were young and up. There's nothing he hasn't seen, and he just knew exactly what he had to do.
And you can't teach that kind of grit that he's got.
He's a tough fuck.
To know, all right, instead of trying to, I'm going to take away this stuff and land devastating elbows and punches from within this dude's guard. Damn, that was such a good fight.
Dude, dropping elbows. Do you know what's scary too? Is that's the guys that are walking around in the street. Like guys like Frankie Edgar who you don't understand. Like people would look at him, dude. A guy who's like 170 would look at him and not, unless he saw the ears, would not understand what a killer this guy is.
Such a nice guy too, Frankie.
He's a lovely guy.
Such a good guy.
Well, and
love Frankie.
There you go. They're fighting at 145. Cody's at 135. Those are lightweight, lighter weights.
But my point is, I don't know. I call me old school. I mean, you fight who they put in front of you. At the end of the day, you're not really the matchmaker here.
Especially when they're not.
I don't care how many times you've won a fight. The champion takes on all comers. I mean, you don't say, well, you know what? It'd be better for my career if I fought someone else to make.
You want to get the record, yeah.
But what the hell is that? What? They're giving you a tough guy and you have to break the record with a tough... You fight whoever they put in front of you. Like, listen, I mean, when I got the belt, and granted, I lost it right away. But we don't concentrate on that. But no, when I had... You think I wanted to go to Montreal when they said, all right, you're fighting Montreal the first time ever in Canada versus, the King Canada fucking St. Pierre.
Is that what you wanted?
And then it was all over, and it was not a controversy, but, we were bickering back and forth. I told them to drink some red wine and chill out or something. And I called him Frenchie and stuff. I was doing some lines from Ricky Bobby, but it didn't go over big with Montreal. The chance of the chance of fuck you, Sarah was so loud. Forget about my corner. It was just deafening.
You couldn't hear your corner?
Deafening. The match starts. I went to throw a killer right hand, which in hindsight I should have been a little bit more patient. He ducked under, took me down. I elbowed him in the head. My arm, I bruised my ulnar nerve where it felt like I had a dead arm the rest of the fight from my elbow down. He forced half guard. I go, this is a fucking terrible start. But anyway, back to the point. Dude, I could have said, oh, now I'm the champion. I don't want to go to Canada. Let him come here. Let me fight. Not, dude. At the end of the day, you're a fighter. You're a fucking gladiator. You're getting paid to fight. You're the champion. They're giving you a worthy challenge, man. And not that I'm saying Borg isn't, because that dude's a stud. But he's a young stud, and not a lot of people know. People know T.J. Dillashaw. 2 seasons, one as a contestant, and not to mention when he was jumping in when Uriah Faber was coach on Tough. So people seen him, people know him. He's a household name, way more than Ray Borg.
And he's a former champion, and he was lined up to fight Cody Garbrandt. He was like legitimately in line for a title shot. And he's willing to come down and take this title shot. Dude. He's willing to take a big risk because Cody said, I'll never fight you if you lose, which might be bullshit. TJ is in a very, very good spot right now, and he's taking a huge risk to go down and fight Demetrious.
My point is, what exactly is he standing up to the UFC about? And the people, and listen, the people can say, oh, look at you, you company guy. No, that's not even the point. My point is, if he had a legit beef, I don't know, if he has something with his pay or I don't know what it is.
It's a bigger fight.
But it's about the opponent. No, I'm standing up to the I'm not getting shown the respect by me not wanting to fight the guy and then making me fight the guy. That's what when you break it down, that's what it is. I don't know. Dude, you got to fight the guy. And I don't know. I like him, but if you at the end of the day if you say, "All right," and I'm as a fan, who would you rather watch him fight?
I would much rather see him fight.
So what the? I mean, nobody's going to go, "Oh, well, Borg." No. And then they wouldn't they'd be like, "Oh, that'd be interesting," but that'd be like, all right, well, put him versus Tim Elliott again. That's cool because he's a stud. All right, now he's about to get this record. He's going to get this record fighting a former champion, fighting a stud. TJ, talk about promotion. Fuck.
TJ's a hard guy to fight too, man.
It's a great fight.
He's so good. That would be such a good fight.
So, I mean, I don't know.
He's fast.
Yeah, both incredibly
smart,
technical.
Yes.
I don't understand the beef. They want him to fight somebody. They want to fight him. They want him to fight somebody who's more marketable right now.
And they're both maybe.
So what's the problem?
They've both fought great fighters. They've both fought everyone put in their path.
But you're saying you don't want to fight. I don't know why you're saying you don't want to fight the guy. Let him prove himself. Prove himself. The guy's a former champion. The guy beat Barrow twice. Put on a clinic doing it. When he lost the Cruz, but that's not like it wasn't a competitive fight.
It was a great fight.
I mean, so what are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? What's the problem here?
I don't know.
People can say what the hell they want. I talked to this one guy through Instagram, and first he went, "Oh, look at you! You're doing this because you're Danish this and that." So I wrote him back, "Hey man, this is my opinion. Whether you like it or not, He wrote back, "Oh, all right, man. I'm a big fan."
I actually,
all right. I won that guy over.
I agree with the UFC on this one. I want to see Demetrious fight TJ over Ray Borg just because I want to see them fight, and also I think that TJ is kind of getting a shitty thing by having his fight. Again, Cody's hurt, but that sucks for him.
Well, but that's the thing. These opportunities to make a fight like this only come around once in a while. Cody gets hurt, TJ's available, so is Mighty Matt. It's like a perfect storm.
I told you, I don't. Again, I don't say it because I've never experienced fighting, but I always thought Jose Aldo made a terrible mistake, unless he was in horrible shape when he did not fight McGregor. When who was hurt?
Dos Anjos.
Yeah, Dos Anjos got hurt. I know it's easy for me to say, but that chance never came back.
But he might have took that chance, and it'll never come back again if he got smoked. So
Maybe.
only he knows that if he was training, he might have been on the couch.
You're right. You might.
He goes in and looks like total shit. I would never take a fight when I'm fucking not in fighting shape. I never did that.
Haven't any of them remained in decent enough shape and taken these fights last minute and done well?
I mean, listen. How about this? I was there when Chris Weidman took that fight with Damian Maia on very short notice, like basically off the couch. He had to lose 30-something pounds, and he was literally crying he made the weight. He was totally professional, and he won the fight. But he got some shit on that fight because he was gassed. He didn't look himself because
he was crying in the.
Yeah, Longo told me he was like making the weight, like he was because he was so professional. He wasn't going to not make the weight. But
what is the feeling when you're losing? Because I see guys on The Ultimate Fighter. What is that feeling when you're losing that, when you're cutting weight like that? What is it that gets so bad?
It's just the whole, I mean, getting back in and out of that sauna, it gets to a certain point where you're like, dude, I can't do this. This is brutal.
How long do you stay in there? 10 minutes at a time?
It depends. And then you have a friend usually that's in there that tries to get you thinking about things and talking about things. And you know, and this is after how many days and how many months of eating right, and then dieting, and Drago, which I always have Drago near me because he's very honest, and he's so honest that I know he doesn't lie to me. So when he's telling me, you know, I wouldn't do it. Why would do it now? You got 2 days. Why would you do that now? I mean, it makes no sense. You thought you became this. I mean, it's like, all right. I'd be with him.
What do you mean when
like,
you're going to eat?
I'd be dying to cheat. Like eat, instead of eating every 3 hours, I would try to sneak something in and be like, I don't know why you fuck with it now. So then I remember I'd be with him at a where was it, like a CVS or some kind of pharmacy, and I'd like get a protein bar and I'd like sneak and eat it like in the aisle and shit. I'd pay for it when I had the wrapper still. Like I'd go but I didn't want him to see me eating the fucking
You'd
thing.
be so hungry.
Oh man, I'd cheat with a fucking, it's like some kind of addict trying to sneak something in. But it was rough, man. But you know, you do what you got to do.